open a Quran to the very first page. The second verse of the opening chapter says, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Most people translate this as, all praise is due to Allah, Lord of the worlds. And that word at the end, Alamin, is the plural of alam, world. Not the world, worlds, multiple worlds. In the very first description of God in the Quran, Islam has always taught that our physical universe is just one of multiple worlds. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what those worlds are and why this concept is one of the most profound teachings in Islamic theology. Before we get into the worlds themselves, let's sit with the language for a moment, because in the Quran, language is never accidental. Classical Arabic, the language of the Quran, is one of the most precise languages in the world. The Quran is widely considered to be the highest literary achievement in the Arabic language by scholars of Arabic linguistics. Every word choice in it carries meaning. The word alamin, all the worlds, is the plural of alam. If the Quran meant only one world, it would have used the singular, alam. It used the plural, alamin. This was noticed and commented upon by Islamic scholars from the earliest generations. Ibn Kathir, one of the most respected classical scholars of Quranic interpretation, explained that alamin encompasses all realms of created existence. The human world, the world of jinn, the world of angels, and beyond. The Lord of all the worlds. That's who the Quran describes God as from the very beginning. The first world most people think of is Alam al-Dunya, our physical world, the material universe, space, time, matter, energy, everything that science studies and humans experience. Islam affirms this world is real and important. The Quran gives detailed guidance for living in it, but Islam frames it as temporary, one stage in a much longer journey. The second realm is Alam al-Ghaib, the world of the unseen. The Quran describes God repeatedly as Alam al-Ghaib wal-Shahada, knower of the seen and the unseen. The unseen here is not simply the unknown. It is a dimension of reality that the Quran describes as genuinely real, present and active, but beyond the range of human sensory perception. Think of it as a layer of existence that sits alongside and within the physical world, but that human instruments and senses cannot access. The third realm is Alam al-Jinn, the world of jinn. Jinn are mentioned dozens of times in the Quran. They are real beings in Islamic theology, created from smokeless fire, who inhabit a dimension adjacent to ours. There is an entire surah of the Quran named after them, Surah al-Jinn, in which jinn describe hearing the Quran and accepting Islam. This is not folklore or cultural mythology. In Islamic theology, jinn are a real category of created being, with free will, living in their own realm in ways that can intersect with the physical world. The fourth realm is Alam al-Malaikah, the world of angels. Angels in Islam are real beings created from light. They have specific roles described in the Quran and hadith, recording human deeds, carrying revelation, welcoming souls at death, managing aspects of the natural order. They inhabit their own realm and operate throughout all the worlds. The fifth world is Alam al-Barzakh, the intermediate realm. When a person dies, they don't simply cease to exist until the day of judgment. They enter Barzakh, a real world between the end of earthly life and the beginning of the permanent afterlife. The Quran references it. The hadith describes it in detail, including that the deceased can experience conditions in this realm based on their deeds in the dunya. It is a real world, occupied by souls, with its own nature and conditions. The sixth world is Alam al-Akhirah, the eternal afterlife. The afterlife in Islam is not an abstract spiritual concept. The Quran describes it in striking physical detail, sensory, embodied, tangible. Gardens, rivers, physical reunions, real experiences of reward and consequence. It is the permanent world. The world that, unlike the dunya, never ends. Here's the big picture. Islam describes a multi-layered, multi-dimensional reality. Multiple worlds, each real, each inhabited, each under the sovereignty of the same creator. And it did this from its very first line. before modern physics started talking about extra dimensions, before quantum mechanics challenged classical notions of reality, before multiverse hypotheses, before any of it. The Quran said, "Lord of all the worlds." That statement reflects a vision of existence that is bigger, deeper, and more complex than what human senses alone can perceive. And every Muslim who recites Al-Fatiha in their prayer, 17 or more times a day, is affirming this vision of a multi-world reality with every repetition. Islam never claimed the physical world was all there is. It always described a multi-layered universe, multiple worlds, multiple realms of existence, all created and governed by one God. That's in the Quran. From page 1. Over 1,400 years ago. If this expanded how you think about multiple worlds in Islam, share this video. Because this is the kind of content that changes how people see this religion. Check out Path to Islam for more depth like this. Links are in the description. And I'll see you in the next one.